Today, we're looking at what I believe is the best value steering wheel you can buy for your sim rig as of today. Introducing the PXN GT ONE. Look at it. Ooh, it's a good looking wheel. And you're not going to believe the price. $219. Absolutely phenomenal for a fully SimHub integrated steering wheel. So you can do all your flashy lights. You know, when there's a yellow flag in a race, your whole steering wheel lights up yellow. If there's a car on your left, your spotter will tell you, look, all these lights light up red. Fantastic. You've got dual clutches on the back. You've got these nice crisp shifters. You've got 3 rotary knobs in the front, 2 thumb rotaries. Yeah, you're definitely getting a lot for your money. And previous to this GT ONE steering wheel, I believe that the GT Neo was the king of budget wheels. At $299, when this got released, we could not believe the features that was available on that wheel. Fast forward a year or two, and now we've got the PXN GT ONE coming in at $80 less than the GT Neo. I mean, that is just incredible. Before we carry on, the necessary disclaimer. PXN did send this GT ONE wheel my way, free of charge, so that I can make a review for you. I am also affiliated with PXN, which means if you use one of the links down below, they know that I sent you their way, and because of that, they send a small commission my way at no extra cost to you. And I thank you very, very much for that. Also, if you were to use one of my links down below, in the first month of this wheel's release, PXN is giving you an early bird special, which means you'll be paying $199 for this wheel. Let's run through some of the specs, shall we? Here's a quick overview of the GT ONE. It comes in at 300 millimeters in diameter, so it's perfect. Whether you're driving GT cars, Formula car, prototypes, it's going to work well for all of those. The wheel is made out of this plastic composite that gives this forged carbon effect, but that does add quite a bit of weight to the wheel. It comes in at 1.5 kilograms, including the quick release. And yeah, it is absolutely rigid. And then you have 78 inputs across the wheel. 6 of those are these backlit buttons. You get the 3 rotaries in the front, 2 thumb rotary encoders, 2 7-way hats. You get this nice rev bar in the middle with no light bleeds whatsoever. And then on the back you get your dual clutches, which are hall sensors, and your micro switch shifter pedals, which feels very, very nice. Quite a lot for your money. Starting off with aesthetics. Now, I say this all the time. What I think looks sha-na-na-na-na, absolutely magnifique, wunderbar. You might not like. Looks are very much subjective. I do think that PXN has nailed this wheel, especially looking at their other wheels they sent me. This year is definitely 100 times better. Yeah, you've got the forged carbon plastic. Now this plastic here is a little bit more shiny than what would be on the GT Neo. That does give it that little bit more of a plastic look, if I could say that, rather than forged carbon look. But yeah, the wheel presents very well. You've got LED backlit buttons. You've got these nice orange anodized aluminum knobs. You get these 3 rotaries, and the LEDs are nice and bright. There's no light bleeds whatsoever. I think the Chinese companies in particular do an absolute phenomenal job at separating the LEDs so the lights do not bleed into one another. You can see here where the color changes are. The purple is clear purple, the blue is blue, the red is red. They don't fade into one another. And yeah, I think small details like that definitely make the wheel a little bit more attractive. The whole shape of a wheel, I think, is a very good shape. I like the way that there's 3 buttons here at the top. It looks very tidy, very put together. And yeah, I'm gonna give it a good solid, you know what? At this price point, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. They've got the PXN logo here at the front. Now this does seem to be just a sticker. I don't want to go peeling it off because, yeah, then my wheel doesn't look as nice. But I can imagine, you know, you can get your own little stickers printed and you can maybe put whatever car brand you fancy. But yeah, this PXN logo here does seem to be just a stick-on that you can peel off if it's not to your liking. But overall, the branding on the wheel, you can see here, it is not obnoxious. You know, PXN is not splattering PXN everywhere, making big, you know, bold statements. It's just nice and subtle. And even the back of the wheel, I mean, these forged carbon handles, yeah, the wheel presents very, very well. I think it's I think it's a good looking wheel. It's a wheel that I do not mind having on my rig and showing off. It really is. The whole shape of it, even the back, look at this. Yeah, aesthetics, this is right up my street. I think it's a fantastic looking wheel. Well done, PXN. I'm just going to say from the outset that I think at this price point, the build quality is like really, really good. Now, yeah, of course, I can complain and say these buttons here in the front feel very plasticky, because these encoders do, and they are very much plastic. And yeah, the only thing, if I have to nitpick when it comes to build quality, is here at the grips, there's a little bit of a gap. I would say that gap is about 1 millimeter wide, and just when I'm holding the wheel here with my thumb, I can definitely feel that little ridge there. And especially if you're going to be driving with no gloves, it is something that I don't want to say bothered me, but I very much took notice of it during a race, especially when I was running cars with a bit higher force feedback. Yeah, that little ridge there, I could definitely feel it. Driving with gloves, however, it's problem solved. You're not going to have any issues whatsoever. Other than that, the wheel is so solid, so solid. I was running this on my SimMagic Evo Ultra, which is 28 Newton meters, and yeah, I was running it at 15, 16 Newton meters, and not a single issue. This wheel, I mean, there's not a creep, there's not a crack. Sometimes with these type of wheels, this material, you would hear little bits. I don't hear anything. Yeah, build quality, even these magnetic shifters, you can see the actual frame of it is made out of like, I think it's aluminium. Yeah, it is aluminium. And then you've got the forged carbon over here. So build quality, I want to say, really exceeded my expectations when it, especially coming from a PXN product. I think PXN is on the right path, and yeah, this wheel is very well built for the price. Very well built. You have quite a few front buttons. You actually have 6 of them. Most wheels have 5 buttons. They've opted for 3 encoders instead of 4, but giving you extra 2 buttons, and I like that. I like having 6 buttons. These 3 at the top, very easy to reach, and all of them nice and clicky. You're never going to push any of them by mistake by just gliding your finger over them. You actually have to have a little bit of intent, you know, you have to push down a nice firm press to actually activate one of the buttons, which are good. You do get given these stickers that you can stick on your buttons, and I do think it makes the wheel just look that little bit nicer. The sticker sheet that I was given with my GT1 had a lot of duplicates. I had 5 or 6 of exactly the same stickers, but my variety was not that much. So if I actually show you here, I'll show you an image of the stickers. You'll see there's quite a few duplicates, but there's only 2 rows of actually stickers that you get. So I would like to see a bit of a higher choice when it comes to stickers. For example, there's no radio button on the sheet, so I actually used SC, which I'm assuming is for safety car, but I'm just using it for scream, because that's what I use my push to talk for, you know, is to scream at other people. Then you've got your 3 front rotaries over here. These here are a little bit light for me. I would have wanted these just a little bit stiffer, but they do have a very nice click and a very nice indentation. I mean, I know by twisting at 1, 2, 3, I'm now at 3 without even looking at the wheel. Going back 1 on 1, back to 12, you know, you feel clear as day. This click, you know at what position you are. There's no guessing. So that is very good, especially when you're talking about your front rotaries. You also have your funky switches here on the back, which are very useful. I love using mine for changing my black box, you know, going left, right, increasing a value, decreasing a value, up, down to navigate, and push to select. So that's your 7-way heads, which are, you know, you get 2 of them. I normally only use 1 of them, but these are very nice and easy to reach as well. They're not far out of the way. I do not even, you know, especially for navigation, I do not even need to take my hand off a wheel. It's only when I need to increase maybe or decrease a setting in the game that I need, and I need to twist the knob that I need to take my hand off. So that is very nice. The placement of the buttons I think is fantastic. You also get these thumb rotaries in the front, and these are very nice. They are stiff. However, I do find that sometimes they're a little bit difficult for me to operate with just my thumb, because I tend to overshoot, especially if I just want to make 1 click or 2 click adjustments to my brake bias, for example. I do tend to overshoot. So I use my thumb and my index finger, and yeah, I make my input 1, 2, 1, 2, and I just find I'm so much more accurate just by using my index finger on the back with my thumb to make adjustments to these thumb rotaries over here. But yeah, the inputs at the front, you've got more than enough. I've got no complaints with any of them. Looking at the inputs towards the back of a wheel, you've got your up and your down shift, of course, and I just want to say these shifters feel very nice. They're very nice, crisp, a very nice click feeling. Definitely, I'm going to give PXN props. At this price point, they've made phenomenal shifters. These are adjustable. You can see you can move them in and out. These are the way they come in the box, and I find they're perfect for me. I don't need to make any adjustments to them. You do get 2 clutch pedals as well, even again at this price point. Just a couple of years ago, if you wanted a wheel with, you know, dual clutches, you would have had to pay an extra 150 euros just to get the 2 clutch pedals on. We're now at a stage where we're buying wheels at 200 euros and it comes with dual clutches. I mean, that's just phenomenal. These here do feel very, very linear, and I mean, nothing exciting. I can feel they are a little spring in there that just pulls them back a little bit. And yeah, they feel very, very nice. Nothing wrong with them. They don't feel exceptional. You know, it's just a nice, you know, lever. These in the software, you can adjust them to, if you don't want to use them for dual clutches and you maybe just want to use it for a button, like, you know, to flash your lights, or maybe your push to talk. You can program very easy in the software to just have these as buttons as well, which is nice. I think the grips will be well suited to everybody. My hands are very large. I wear an extra large glove, and yeah, my fingers, everywhere where they rest, there's a place for them, and the wheel just in my hands feel very, very comfortable. The grips themselves is made out of like a hard rubber type plastic, and if I were to give you on a scale of 1 to 10, and 10 being as hard as this plastic cover here, this grips here are a 9. They are, if I were to use my nail to dig into them, I can feel the tiniest amount of squish. But also these grips are going to be very hard wearing. Even when I'm scratching it with my nails and rubbing very hard, I can tell it's the type of grips that they are going to last you years. You're not going to be worrying about these wearing out like some of the ones on the original GT Neo. The quick release is your normal NRG style quick release, which you just pull out the back like that and your wheel comes off nice and easy. I do wish that these lips over here was a little bit wider. I find that, you know, I have to kind of dig in with the tips of my fingers to pull this backwards. Other than that, it is rock solid. You just click it in like that. You can see the power comes on. The wheel is fully connected to SimHub now through my PXN base without any additional wires needed. So that is very, very nice. Now your quick release works with these balls over here. That's your NRG style quick release, and there's these divots that you can see. This is just a 3D printed bracket that I use to mount my wheels onto the wall or onto my rig. If you want one of these, you can go and look on my Etsy store. Basically what happens is it just clicks in, as you can see, and the thing springs back like that, and now this is a nice solid tough mount. And then you pull it backwards like that, and you see how that just popped out. That's exactly the same here. The same divots are located on the wheel, on your base side. You click it in, and this thing is solid. It's not going anywhere. I can pick up this heavy 10 Nm base, and yeah, no issues whatsoever. I didn't feel any niggles, no looseness. It is an absolute solid quick release, and it is easy to use. That is what you want from a quick release. You want something that you can click on and off, that is solid and easy to use. My final thoughts. What do I think about this PXN GT ONE? Listen, phenomenal wheel. Yes, there's some small things I can nitpick about the wheel, 100%. But I can do that with a wheel that costs $1,500 as well. But every single small complaint or nitpick I have about this wheel means absolutely nothing when you are looking at what you are paying for this wheel. $219 is an astonishing price for what you are getting. Full SimHub integration with all your backlit LEDs over here. You got 78 inputs on the wheel. You get dual clutches. You know, only a couple of years ago, you used to pay just to add on dual clutches onto a steering wheel. You would have paid an extra 150 euros by itself, just for these two pedals. Now you're buying the steering wheel, $220, the whole wheel, quick release, everything included with dual clutches. I mean, you know, works wirelessly. Yeah, it is really good how technology is coming on, how prices are decreasing. I mean, for a very long time, the McLaren Fanatec wheel was the king of budget GT wheels. Then came the GT Neo, and it offered us features, you know, at $300, which other wheels could only offer at a price tag of, let's say, $600 or $700 at the time. Now we're getting the exact same as a GT Neo. I want to say same build quality, everything at $220. Yeah, if you're looking for a good GT wheel, something that is solid, that's going to treat you well for a long time to come, I can't see any drawbacks on this wheel. Yes, I can nitpick here one or two small things, but like I said, nothing that the price tag will just null and void all those little nitpicks I have. Anyway, yeah, if you do consider buying one of these steering wheels, please consider using one of my links down below. I thank you very much for watching. It is very much appreciated as always, and I hope your next race is a winner, guy. Hallelujah.